Welcome back to my channel. Do you like my shirt? It says, enjoy the small things. I got back from a trip from Coronado and it was a lot of fun, and I haven't really been to San Diego much, so that was really fun to be able to go visit somewhere new in California. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the projects that I really liked that I did in college, and I had so much fun making this project, and that is why I'm showing it to you guys. It was a different project because a lot of the things that we were doing in class were pretty much just 2D things, you know, that's what I was studying. But this little project threw us for a loop. One of my favorite teachers gave us this assignment and I can't wait to share it with you guys, so let's just get into it. So here it is. This is just an overview of the entire box. Unfortunately, it does have a little bit of wear and tear because when I made this, it was back in 2012, so it's a little bit dusty and some of the colors have faded, but it still remains one of my favorite projects because it was so much fun to make, and I'll never forget this project. So this figure right here is supposed to be me, and it's really funny because I feel like I would actually stand like that if I was in this landscape, but there's a bear a little bit too close to me, so I shouldn't be that relaxed, but I digress. So I painted myself in this outfit because I used to wear this gray little shirt all of the time, so it's really funny that I'm wearing that, but unfortunately my figure is falling apart. I don't know what happened, but my legs, this figure, I don't know, it melted or something. So that's a little bit unfortunate, and there's just a whole bunch of green stuff that got on it from the clay, but that's kind of sad. I hope it doesn't fall apart in the next 3 years. Oh hell, might be the next hour. So to start off, I'll begin by talking a little bit about the backdrop that I've got going on. I actually decoupaged tissue paper, tissue paper, onto the back of this, and it was blue tissue paper, but I ended up, you know, repainting it with acrylic paint because when I started to paint in the back of the mountain, it just looked a little bit weird with it being painted and then half of it was tissue paper. So I ended up just creating one big blue sky with the acrylic paint. If I were to go back, I might not add, I don't know, it's kind of cool, but at the same time I feel like the sky is very busy. And we'll get back to the clouds at the end because that is a whole other story. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this little mound of grass mountain thing that I got going on over here. You won't even believe how many things are actually inside of this bad guy. Guess what I started out with? Tin foil. I know, so random, but that helped me create the base that I wanted for this little mountain, and then I went over it with model magic clay. And then on top of that, yes, there's another layer. I actually used dirt that I found in my backyard with glue, and I made this paste. Now for the grass part, I actually used 2 or 3 different types of clay. You know, the clay that doesn't dry, it's just that tacky feeling. Ugh, I hate that feeling of that clay, but it looks good on top of everything. So I just did that, and I think I added a little bit of acrylic paint as well. The flowers are not something that I created. I got that at D&J Hobby, and also the trees. The trees came from You know what, I remember I had a really nice person that was helping me out at D&J Hobby that really cheered me up, and he was super cool, so what a nice guy. I do remember that. Now on to the lake. I really enjoyed making this part, and this was so much fun. I can't even emphasize enough. I just loved doing this. So what I did, I started out with crayons, and if you know me, you know I hate crayons. Hated them since I was a little kid. But if you melt crayons, now that's a completely different story because melting crayons is great. And then on top of that, to give it some texture and to make it look like water, I added pools of hot glue, and I burnt myself quite a few times working on this project, as you could probably imagine. And then what else is there? Oh yes, the clouds. How could we forget about the clouds? I went a little bit crazy with the clouds, I have to admit, and I did not use actual cotton balls. At the time, if you remember back on my older videos, I had pet mice, and I loved them so much and I missed them a lot, but unfortunately mice do not live for very long and they passed away. But at the time, I had a lot of mouse bedding, and so I used that because I wanted the clouds to kind of have a nice poofy, different texture that would be a little bit different than you would see with just a regular cotton ball. I added glitter to the very top of the box, which was unnecessary because now all this blue glitter is all over. Last but not least, we have these little raindrops, and I created this with hot glue as well, and somehow they're still attached to the box. I'm not sure how. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my little box project. It was so much fun to make, and hopefully if you're doing a project similar to this, it gave you guys some ideas, so I hope you liked it. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today to really spice things up a bit. I'm going to be responding to your comments on my last video, which was my texture tutorial. I really hate drawing textures, but you helped a little bit. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Time to go Woodstock. I'm glad you caught that. That should be my go-to phrase from now on. Thank you so much, Courtney. I have come a long way. I'm trying to get better at this video editing stuff. All of this stuff I have to learn as I go, and it is so stressful sometimes. I couldn't hear you at the beginning. I know, so angry, and I almost had a Hulk smash moment. But there was some weird input kind of thing, and I was supposed to save my video in a certain way, and I neglected to do that because I forgot. So that's why you're only hearing it on one side, the things that you learn. Ba-doop doop. Now, I'm not sure what you mean, Kev. Are you saying that I have a potato head? Because I would agree with you, but that's not nice. Thank you very much. That was one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. Alexandra, you make amazing tutorials and videos, and you should subscribe to her because she's got it going on. Wonderful video, Heather. I love the idea. Hope you upload more soon. Wink, wink. Yes, I'm trying. I know I've been away a little bit, but sometimes I get really stressed out when I'm filming, believe it or not. And sometimes the videos that I make take so long that I really just want to rip my hair out. And that was about it. I got to most of your guys' comments. Thank you so much for writing me. And also thank you for the 131 thumbs up. It always makes me happy to see when you guys are interacting with my content. I love you guys so much. Take care and have a beautiful summer. I will see you soon, and you can follow me on Twitter. Well, nobody really follows me on Twitter, but you could be that person to follow me on Twitter. Or you can follow me on Instagram, and I'm on Tumblr as well. So if you want to hang out with me there, that's where I'll be. And I will see you guys very soon. I love you so much. Take care. Mwah!